Okay, and we need a dad. Who should we have as the dad?
Who should we have as a dad? Who wants to be my dad? You can be my dad.
Okay. We need Annabelle. What about Susie?
Susie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Susie, you come be Annabelle.
And we need teacher. I reckon Jane would make a good teacher.
Good you.
Yeah. No?
I've got plans for Jane.
What about Francesca?
Yeah, you can be teacher, come on. And then we want...
Somebody to be Ron. Who wants to be Ron? Preferably, yeah, no, it doesn't really matter if it's a voice or not, does it? Rather not.
Yeah. You see?
And we need a worker.
And we need a worker. Who wants to be, who is a worker? Any workers in the audience? Let me
Rehab
see.
workers.
Who works in rehab?
She
Yeah.
has a purpose.
Okay, perfect.
No, we've got... okay. So... Yeah. So you will be my worker. So you will be working. Right. Karen is going to, because I'm stuck at it, Karen's going to do a lot of the thing. So if you all come up.
Okay. So, I think maybe we do it sideways, so that we get a better idea of the profile.
Yeah. So if you come here, stop.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, just no face that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks good to me.
So, Annabelle will be on your right or left?
Well, the priest have it put in first.
Okay.
Because
So, priest was yourself, wasn't it? Okay. So, what we're doing, when people hear voices, they hear them from different places, and this is why they can tell that there are different voices. So we're going to place the voices where Ron would hear them from, but also the closer they are to him is the intensity of that experience of hearing that voice. So the further away, it may be the quieter they are, maybe the less they speak, but the closer they are to him, the more intense. So priest, at the moment, this is when Ron was, no, you keep coming. Right, no, this is going to be very un-Korean, because you are going to have to stand right there. Which is very unusual, yeah, okay? They're all laughing.
they're taking photographs.
Yeah.
They'll be on Facebook tonight.
Seats, Annabelle, where would Annabelle be?
On the right-hand side.
So Susie, at the moment, you are like that, okay? And then Dad. Okay, Dad, if you come around this side.
Dad would be a bit
No,
more.
right.
No,
Sort of like
there.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
And teacher, you
You
are
come and join me.
right over in that corner, right down there over there. So, Annabelle, if you speak in Korean to each other, but you're saying things like, come to me, be a family again, kill yourself. You are saying, you should burn in hell, it's your fault, you deserve to,
You led me
to sin, you deserve to burn in hell, okay? And it's quite intense, quite
loud, quite angry.
Yeah. And Dad, you're saying things like, you're a waste of space, piece of shit, and it's quite nasty. Yeah, so all those kind of things. And teacher, very, very quietly, you're saying, it's going to be all right. It's going to be
But
all
very
right.
quiet.
But quietly.
But you can just, no, that, and face into there, that's it.
Okay.
And Karen is going to show you around us.
Okay.
Okay, when I say 3, start, okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All together.
이건 죄가 많아. 중간에서 나오는 죄가 많아. 물을 받아야 돼. 청소를 받아야 돼.
Okay, stop for a second. Can we have a bit more intensity?
Act as though you're in a Korean soap opera now on television, you know, full acting going on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
죄가 많아. 지옥에 가야 돼. 지옥에 가지 않아.
때문에 엄마 아빠가 너무 힘들잖아.
나쁜 일이 그게 뭐냐. 죄만 짓고 중간에도 안 나오고.
그러면 우리 같이 가족이
괜찮아.
됐어.
그래서 이런 식으로 살려면 지금 지옥에나 가는 게 낫겠어. 지옥에 가봐야 정신을 차리지. 정신을 차리겠어. 이렇게 해서.
Okay. Stop. How was that, Joe?
How did it feel?
horrible.
In Korean?
네, 끔찍합니다. 끔찍합니다.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll give you a break.
예.
Stay here with me.
And give me and
If you could go back and
could you take Jay's place? Yeah?
you come back with me, Jay.
If
And
you
everybody else
come-
get back in their same places.
Back in your places.
No, a bit closer. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, go.
네가 잘못이 많아. 벌을 받아야 돼. 지옥에 갈 거야 아마. 뭐 죄만 짓고 살지. 아마 지옥에 가게 될 거야. 다 네 잘못이야. 지옥에 가야 될 거야 아마.
약을 먹어.
Go on, keep going.
우리 같이 다시 살자. 다시 가족이 되자. 너가 누나 되냐? 우리
잘못이고 벌을 받아야 돼. 나중에 지옥에 가게 될 거야.
Okay, stop. How did that feel?
정신이 없습니다. 혼란스럽고 정신이 없어요. 네. 뭘 집중하기도 어려울 것 같고, 네, 그렇습니다.
Although I showed you there were gaps, you stayed very still. Did you feel as if you could move?
약간 압도되는 소리에 압도당하는 느낌이어서 거기서 이렇게 그 소리에서 소리를 좀 구분하지 않으면은 그 자리에 계속 있을 것 같아요.
Yeah. So even though there were gaps and maybe ways out, she was totally stuck. And this is what often happens for people who hear voices. Or the other thing that we see often happening for people, and I don't know if you have this term here in Korea, is they dissociate. So people often, when they have flight or fright from fear, they leave their bodies. Yeah, it's common in some diagnoses, particularly things like borderline, dissociative identity disorder, those kind of things. People leave, and quite often the person to escape it will leave. Okay, thank you. So if you come back to me.
If you go back there, if you go back to your position, but this time, do something different.
And what we want you to do, teacher, is to start quiet but get louder and louder. So if you have my mic, okay? So again, you can get back into position. Quite close. Yeah. Back here. There. Okay. Ready, steady, go.
괜찮아. 괜찮아. 할 수 있어. 괜찮아. 할 수 있어. 괜찮아. 할 수 있어. 걱정하지 마. 괜찮아. 이길 수 있어. 넌 할 수 있어. 걱정하지 마. 이겨낼 수 있어. 두려워하지 마. 괜찮아.
Come back this way.
할 수 있어.
Keep going.
할 수 있어. 걱정하지 마.
Stand there.
이겨낼 수 있어.
지옥에 가게 됐어.
Stand there. Keep going.
Keep talking to each other.
잘할 수 있어. 걱정하지 마. 고민하지 말고 잘할 수 있어. 잘 해낼 거야. 걱정하지 마. 잘할 수 있어.
제가 말하는 지옥에 가게
걱정하지 마. 넌 멋있는 아이야. 잘할 수 있어. 해낼 수
Okay,
있어.
stop.
So one of the first things that we might teach somebody who hears voices is techniques that help them learn not to concentrate too much on these voices, but to learn to concentrate on the positive voice, or to tell these voices to be quiet so that they can do a bit of work, and that they may negotiate a time in the evening to speak to them, but they will leave them alone during the day. And Ron did that over a 6-month period when he was in the Hearing Voices group, and by the end of the 6 months he was able to work all day in the office of the Hearing Voices Network and just talk to his voices for 1 hour in the evening, which meant then he was ready for work and could concentrate fully on what he was doing during the day. And also by going towards that positive voice, in a way what you're doing is you're beginning to build a bit of esteem, self-esteem, because he's hearing good things and they are louder than these. Did you also notice, what did it feel like for you three to be talking to each other? Embarrassing? Yeah. There was nothing, you was just like, they were just stuck there talking to each other.
Without him.
Yeah, without him. And Jay, even though they were talking to each other, were you noticing them as much? No. So once you step away from the voices, for the person it's not so powerful. So it can make a huge difference. And the reason we do it as a physical, if you like, sculpt, is that when you do something physical, you use your whole body within it, you're using this and this and this, and it's much more effective than just talking about it.
And you're learning
Yeah,
to walk away from the bad bits.
yeah.
Once you've done it physically, it helps you learn to do it mentally. So the idea is that you're beginning to process in a different way, knowing that the good voice is within reach, and getting there means that you have a different conversation. And this lot would have eventually shut up, because there's no purpose. If the person's not there, not hearing them, why would they keep going?
At the beginning, they might get louder because they're desperately still trying to keep control of the person. But with practice and time, and this isn't something you just do overnight, you know, it takes practice and building up the time that you can negotiate to be without your voices. But it is possible, and it's worked for many voice hearers around the world. You know, at the start of this movement, Ron was one of the very first people to recover using the Hearing Voices group and some of the approaches. Now there are thousands of people around the world that are getting on with their life. And there are many other trainers like Ron who are doing similar work in their own countries. So this isn't just, you know, us speaking. There's a World Hearing Voices Congress now every year, which many professionals go to, as well as voice hearers and family members. Thank you very much, people. But before we leave you, if you do this with anybody, you always remember, who are you now? Yes, you're yourself. Who are you? Yourself, yeah.
Yourself.
Okay.
우리
No, who are you? No, you do not want to be that priest. Okay. Susie, thank you very much. We will use you again later.
I'm very Scottish. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to have a 10-minute break for those that smoke, have a cigarette, or a cup of coffee, or whatever. For those that don't smoke, just come and ask us questions. We don't